Have you ever felt like your entire life was a lie? I thought I married the perfect man, the love of my life. I gave up my home, my career, my everything for him. But then, one notification on his phone shattered everything. This is my story. I'm 31, originally from the US, and last month I married the man of my dreams, or so I thought. My husband, 28, is British. We met online, and from the first conversation, I knew we had something special. Our long-distance relationship was filled with late-night calls, shared dreams, and promises of a future together. In 2022, after months of talking, we decided to take a leap. I visited him in the UK, and we officially became exclusive. That 2-month visit felt magical. Finally, the man I had dreamed about was real, and we were building a life together. But reality has a way of sneaking up on you. After our wedding, I noticed something odd. I was using his phone to troubleshoot a technical issue when I saw a notification from a woman on Instagram, a name I remembered from our early days. Back then, he'd mentioned her casually, saying they were just friends, but something about how vague he was always left me unsettled. I brushed it off, telling myself not to overthink. But that notification pulled me back to that nagging doubt. Curiosity, or maybe intuition, got the better of me. I searched her name on his WhatsApp. And there it was. At first it seemed harmless, sporadic messages about life and work. But as I scrolled up, I found explicit messages and photos. My stomach dropped. They had been sexting. And not just before we were official. This continued into the early days of our exclusive relationship. Even worse, while I was with him for our magical 2 months, he was texting her things like, miss you and need you. I couldn't breathe. How could he claim to love me while doing this? And then I found the worst of it. He had slept with her just 2 weeks before I arrived in the UK. He claimed we were exclusive, yet he hadn't let her go. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. He broke down, saying he was too cowardly to end things with her. He called himself a people pleaser, saying he didn't want to hurt her feelings. But what about my feelings? He admitted he ended it only after I left the UK that first time, months too late. Even then, his message to her said, "We're in a gray area, so let's keep things platonic." A gray area? I had uprooted my life for him, and he had the audacity to downplay our relationship. Now, I'm stuck in a nightmare. I've left my home, my career, and my family behind to start a life with him. I thought we were building something real, but now everything feels like a lie. He says he's sorry, that he's changed, that he was immature and selfish back then. He begs me to forgive him, promising that he's fully committed to me now. But how can I trust him? How do I forgive someone who tainted what I thought were the best days of my life? I want to believe him. I want to believe that people can change and that our marriage is worth fighting for. But every time I look at him, I see those messages, those lies. If you've ever been through something like this, I need your advice. Is it possible to forgive someone who betrayed you so deeply? Or is this the kind of wound that never fully heals? They say love conquers all, but I'm not so sure anymore. Tell me, what would you do?